regular doing so much. But if I had you every night, that could be enough. But we too busy being young, too afraid to be young in love.
Hey guys, welcome to our Q&A.
Our new series, sit on the couch with us and let us answer your questions.
So y'all can get to know us just a little bit more.
Our first question is, how long have y'all been together? We have been together almost 5 years.
Yeah. But we're going to be married for 1 year in January on the 17th.
So how did y'all guys meet?
We met at Texas Women's University in Denton. After we graduated high school, we met whenever they have like freshman orientation in the summer, and they kind of get all the freshmen to get together and who are on the same floor. So then we had this little party and had games to get to know each other. And then I saw Marissa, I checked her out, I was like, dang, she is fun. And then I was like, ooh, hopefully she gets to like me or I get to know her better. And then I have a funny story about that. I never could remember her name. So there was a wall full of birthdays, like by the hallway. And I would run to the hall because her room was like right next to there, because she roomed with the RA. So I'd run there and I'd be like, okay, what's her name? What's her name? Okay, all right. Okay, maybe I'll remember this time so I can actually talk to her when I do talk to her, I won't forget her name. Like, what's your name? Yeah, okay, so then I kept doing that for like 5 times. So then finally I got the courage and I was like, okay, hey Marissa, I'm Ife. How are you doing? It was so funny. I was so shy to talk to her. I thought she was so pretty. I was like, ooh, hopefully she gives me that chance. But I guess she did. What, 4 years later? Yeah.
Yeah. How did you feel when you first laid eyes on Ari? I felt exhausted when I first laid eyes on her. I was like, oh my gosh. I thought she was so beautiful, but I was exhausted. I had just been in labor for 30 hours. I was just tired. I could barely keep my eyes open after I gave birth. It was like a sense of relief. And then they took her away to get cleaned up. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to fall asleep.
But whenever I first saw Ari, I couldn't stop smiling. I smile a lot, but this time I couldn't stop smiling. I was just so happy. It was like pure joy. There's nothing else that can make you that happy in the world. That's how happy I was. Just to see how healthy she was, how beautiful she was. I mean, the girl had a full set of hair. She was glowing. I was like, oh dang, she's just she was literally an angel. Yeah. And she made me the proudest father that day. And I'd never forget that day.
Yeah, I can never forget that day. How do you balance school raising your beautiful daughter? I feel like it's a lot of teamwork between us and a lot of help from our family and friends. Majority is us, and just being able to, put in teamwork and say, hey, you go study, I'll take care of her, and then we'll switch off. And also like sleeping and stuff. Usually I like to study more during the day, and then when she sleeps I sleep, and then he likes to study more during the night so he has no distractions. And that's how we usually do it. And friends also. Friends are a good support system for us, especially those who are on the same path with you and want you to succeed as well. Those are the friends that we keep around.
Yeah, I have a really good friend, Obi, who like I can call up anytime. I'm like, hey Obi, I really need help studying. Ari's been real fussy today. Can you come in here for like an hour, 2 hours? And he'll be like, yeah, sure, bro. I'll be here in 15 minutes.
Also, shout out to Jade and Mercy. They really helped us a lot.
And Bria. Those are our good friends that they're always there. Whenever we call, they're there to help us.
Yeah, and also, you know what? Shout out to our nursing class.
Yes.
They are also really well. Like, whenever we needed a study guide and stuff like that, they were so awesome to help out, knowing that we were on a struggle bus with the baby and trying to handle that and everything. Like, we have a really good nursing class. I'm not even gonna lie, they're A1. So how is it being an interracial couple?
It's amazing. It's fun. You don't get bored because learning new things about the other person's culture or
the language.
yeah, or their language, and then seeing how like there are different things about their heritage that you may have but the other person may not have, or sometimes the similarities of y'all's culture is what is also cool about it. Like, we're never bored with each other. We're always learning something new about each other in our cultures, and just having a blended family is amazing.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not even gonna lie though. When I first met him, nothing has ever been about color to me, because I don't really see that. I see that we're awesome together, and he's like my best friend. Whenever I was by myself, alone, I didn't have anybody, he was always there for me, and I never really saw color. So when people like label it interracial, I'm like, yeah, we're interracial, but to me it's like we're the same, you know? The only time I saw a difference is when like our families and how different we do things, how different we celebrate like different holidays, and like the different little kind of like for New Year's, us Mexicans, we eat buñuelos. And what did your family think of y'all's relationship?
My mom is funny. My mom gives you a hard time when she first meets you, just to know if you can stick around. So that's what made me nervous when I was introducing Marissa to my mom. My dad is so chill. He's so laid back. But my parents don't care about, like we said, they don't care about color. My parents are like, if they love God and if they are a good person and they treat you well, make you happy. That's their criteria. That was the only thing I had in fear when it came to my mom, is that giving Marissa a hard time. But my mom loves Marissa. She loves how open she is with our culture. She loves how kind she is.
She just loved that I ate the food, and I just stuffed my face.
And how Marissa loves the food. Like,
I think for a whole year straight, I ate nothing but African food, and that's when I gained weight.
My mom just fed her every single day.
Yeah, and I just stuffed my face with it, like, oh yeah, this is so good, and now look at me, now I gotta lose the weight.
But what about you?
Okay, my family's a little different. My family is kind of, they took a little longer to get like used to Yifeng. But I think once they found out like who he was and like the kind of person that he is and his goals in life, I think after they learned that about him, they really accepted him, and they accepted him into our family. And now he's like a Mexican guy. When he's around my brother-in-law and like my cousin's husband and all that, they all like, they don't even really speak English. Let me tell you, they don't really speak English. But when he's around, it's like he speaks Spanish with them. They all sit around, drink a beer, and it's like they don't have any kind of language barrier.
Yes.
It's really funny to see. But it's like they have like invited him into our family so well that what they can do. They just sit around, drink beer, and they do a competition to see who can drink the most.
Never babysit the bear. That's what I've learned the most. Never babysit the bear. Never.
Yeah. Yeah, but pretty much I think our families are good together too. Like my mom will come over and like just hang out and eat. Oh, she loves the food too. She really does. Yes. And she knows that his mom's a good cook, so she comes over. She likes to eat, and they actually like to hang out.
Like when it came to planning our wedding and our baby shower for Ari, they're like this. They just gelled. Like everybody just clicked at once, and that's what we love.
How has y'all's relationship with God strengthened over the year?
It's strengthened a lot, I would say, because you notice that you can't do this journey, having a child, being in nursing school, but just being married as well, being newlyweds. You know that you can't do it on your own. You have to have God on your side, because it's not easy. There's times where you do argue, you do fight. There's times where it's not all cookie cutter and it's not all perfect, but then you always have to like count on God and rely on God, because there's times, even this semester, I've cried like because of school, because I was like, I'm gonna fail, Marissa's gonna walk the stage with Ari, I'm gonna be sitting in the same semester again, not knowing what to do with myself. But when at the end of the day came, we both made it, and we thank God, and we couldn't stop praising God, because without him, none of this could have been possible. And we pray more, we talk to God more, we pray as a family more, we contribute more to God, and devote more of our time and and our energy and our spirit to God.
Yeah, and another thing I always say is, God got us this far for him to just say, whatever. I feel like he's had our back since the beginning. He's not gonna not have our backs.
Yeah.
As long as we do what he asks of us, pray, continue to follow his word and everything, that he will always have our back. And that's my motto till now. He will always have our back. He let us have a successful pregnancy, successful birth. We passed our finals when we had her. We've gone through the semester, so I truly believe that he won't just be like, let us go now. I feel like May 13th is our graduation day, and we will be walking that stage as a family. How do you think your last semester of nursing school is going to be? Hard.
Every semester is hard.
It's like progressively gotten harder, and I feel like since the last is gonna be the hardest. So I am very nervous about it, but I'm looking towards a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's bright now.
It's brighter than it used to be.
Yeah. So, but we're hoping for the best.
What advice would we give to other people in their relationships? Open communication.
Yes, communicate, talk. Even when you don't want to talk. One person has to be like, no, you're gonna talk to me. Talk to me. That's her. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. You made me mad, leave me alone. But she's like, no, you're gonna talk about it. Yeah. That's the best thing to do. Don't just let it build up.
Stay inside.
Yeah, don't let it stay inside. Don't let it build up.
Because then you're gonna be resentful towards the other person, and that's never good in a relationship. Because once you're resentful towards that person, it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah, and always learn to know that, like, one thing I think my mom said is that this is your girlfriend. Always remember that. Even when you're married, always remember this is your girlfriend. And also remember this is your first child. So treat her like your first child. Like, buy her things, surprise her with things, do things for the other person.
Trust. You always have to have trust in your relationship.
Yeah.
If you can't trust that person, then there is no relationship to me. I feel a relationship, first of all, first things first. God should always be the foundation of your relationship. Because without him, your relationship's gonna stumble. And that's how I feel, that's my opinion.
Yes.
And I also feel that trust is also another foundation that should be the thing that your relationship is built on.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, then there is no relationship, in my opinion. I learned this from him, that you should pick and choose the battles that you fight, because you don't need to always fight everything. Sometimes you just need to say you're sorry and move on, forget about it, let it go, because not everything is worth just fighting over. What is our favorite thing about each other?
My favorite thing about Marissa is that she is super smart, super smart. She was valedictorian of her class.
It doesn't show in nursing school.
She's super good at math. So when I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2, she's always like 26. Come on. But yeah, and she's always fun to talk to. I always laugh with her. Play jokes on each other. She's more of a friend sometimes than even my wife. Like, and that's what you should have. You should have a friend. Like, honestly, she is my best friend. She's the person I talk to. If I say, guess what? This is who I talk to. This is my gossip girl.
I have two main things. The first one is I love how great of a father he is to Ari. Like, I know a lot of the stigma is the mom has to do everything, but in this relationship it's truly half and half. Everything, I don't always do everything. He does a lot of the work. Sometimes when I'm just too tired, he's like, you sleep, I'll take care of her, and I'll do the work and everything. And I really appreciate that, because I know a lot of relationships are not like that.
Thank you.
A lot of marriages and a lot of like partnerships and parenthoods and stuff like that, they're not like that. So I do appreciate that part. Okay, and the second thing I love about him is his gap. I think it's the cutest thing ever. I do.
Guys, look at this. I have a gap right here. And I don't know why.
I think it's so cute.
She thinks it's cute. I'm like, can I get braces and fix my gap? She's
No.
like, never.
I think it's so cute. I think it's cute. I think it's very cute. I also like how he treats me. You know, he treats me like the queen that I should be. And I feel like every woman needs to understand that they are a queen. They need to be treated like a queen. And their man should understand that they need to treat their women like a queen. You want to keep your woman treated like a queen. Do y'all get annoyed when people keep saying your daughter's cute?
We love it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, but.
she'll answer the but.
Okay, so we love that people say our daughter's cute. Because of course we think our daughter's gorgeous. We think she's beautiful. We know she can be a model. But, you know, when you're out in public and people continue to say it all the time, it's kind of like she should wear a shirt that says, I know I'm cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go look for one.
Yeah. Send us a link or something.
Yeah,
If
right
you
in the comments if you know a link for Etsy that says I know I'm beautiful, I know I'm cute.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like constantly you hear it all the time. And you're just kind of like, we know, we made her.
But it's never like, oh, we're never rude about it.
Yeah, and it's never like our heads are too big. Like, oh, of course, daughter's beautiful. It's just like if you hear the same thing over and over and over again, like everywhere you go.
It's just something we're gonna get used to as she.
We do appreciate it though.
Yeah, we do appreciate everybody's compliments. Yeah, there's some days when you just she like looks a hot mess, and then somebody says she is so beautiful, and she has like cookie stains on her.
And
she
her
has this
hair,
big old
like-
fro everywhere, and you're like, oh well, thank you, because I think she looks a hot mess.
I know,
today.
thank you, because I didn't do nothing to her hair. So.
All right, guys, that was our Q&A. Thank you for watching. Okay. Whatever that was, but thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate all your views. We see that our viewers are growing each time we post something new, and we really appreciate y'all from the bottom of our hearts.
Don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, which is going to be right here,
Yes.
and comment below and share this video.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Y'all have a great day.
And Happy New Year.
2017.
Yes. And we're out.